Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make one of these beaded double-sided yin-yang symbols. It's the same as what I did in my beaded smiley face video, but I'm going to show you how to get this pattern today. Let's get started. So to make one of these traditional black and white yin-yangs, you will need some black and white seed beads in size 11. Your beading thread and needle. So you're going to start by threading your needle, and it doesn't really take very much thread, maybe one arm's length to do the whole thing. And I'm going to start by picking up one white bead and two black beads. Zoom in a bit. And slide those down, leaving a few inches that you can sew back in at the end. And then you're going to sew up through the white bead, bring them all together into this triangle. So now you're going to pick up two black beads, and coming out of the white one, you're going to go straight into that next black bead. Then you're going to pick up one white and one black, and coming out of this black bead, go into the next one. And for this time you're going to pick up two white beads. Coming out of this black one, you're going to go into this white one, which is the next one, and also into that black one above. You should have this, and you should be exiting out of a black bead here. You're going to pick up one black bead. Coming out of this black one here, you're going to go straight into that next black one right next to it. Like that. Now you're going to pick up another black bead. This time we're coming out of this black one here, and we're going to fill that gap there. So skip the black one underneath and go through the next one, which is a white bead. And you're going to pick up another black bead. Coming out of this white one, you're going to go straight into the one next to it, straight into that black bead there. Now you're going to pick up a white bead. Coming out of this one, you're going to skip the black one underneath and go into the next white bead. Now you're between these two white beads here, you're going to pick up a black bead. Coming out of this white one, go straight into the one next to it. Now pick up a white bead. You're coming out of this white one, you're going to skip that white one underneath, go through the next black one and the black one on top of that. Like that. Pull it tight, and you should have this. Now you're going to pick up two black beads. You're coming out of this one here, you're going to skip that one underneath, go through the next one right there. Pick up two more black beads, do the same again. So you're coming out of this one, skip that white one underneath and go through that next black one. This time you're going to pick up two white beads. Coming out of this one, skip the black one underneath, go through the next white bead. Pick up two more white beads. You're coming out of this white bead here, skip that next white one and go through the black one. Pick up two white beads. Coming out of the black bead, skip that next white one and go through the one after that, this white one that's sticking up. And now pick up two black beads. You're coming out of this white one here, you're going to skip that one underneath, go through the next black bead. So now you have this. Okay, so now you've got this. Now what you need to do is take your needle off of this one. You need to go back to the start and make another one exactly the same as this. So you can follow the same instructions from the beginning. So you need two of these, and you can tie off both the threads and cut off both the threads on one of them, but you need to leave the working thread on the other one, and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, so I've made another one exactly the same, and on this one I've tied some knots and cut off both my working thread and my tail thread, and on the other one I've cut off my tail thread but I've left my working thread attached. So what you need to do now on this one, on just one of your pieces, you need to add an extra row. So that's why I said you need to keep your working thread attached. So this is where we ended. So your needle should be coming out of this black bead at the bottom, and you're going to move it so that you're exiting out of one of those groups of 2 that you added on the last row. So I'm coming out of this group of 2 here, and we're going to be putting single beads in between those groups of 2. So we're going to start with a black bead, go through the next 2, and then you're at the top of the piece, you're going to do a white bead, go through the next 2 white, then another white bead, go through the next 2 white, another white bead, skip over that black one underneath and go through the next 2 white beads. Now we're at the bottom, so see how at the top we added the white bead to finish like the bottom tail of the white side. So now here, even though we're still on the white side, we're going to put 1 black bead and go through the next 2 black beads, and that's going to finish off the tail of the black side, like that. And then we just need to add 1 more black bead and go through the last 2 in the circle. Pull it really tight and you should have this. You need to move your thread into that single bead there. So we're coming out of these here, you need to go through that single bead that's sticking out. So now you need to take your other piece and you need to line them up. Oops. Line them up so that the black and the white line up exactly. So that white dot on the bottom piece is exactly below the white dot on the top piece. So line them up, and you should be coming out of a single bead on this front piece. You're going to go into the next group of 2 on the back piece that lines up with it. So this single bead is going to pop between those groups of 2 on the back piece. So I'm coming out of this one, I'm going to go into the next one along on the back. So now I'm coming out of those 2 on the back, I'm going to go into the next single bead on the front, which is this white one. You see how those 2 on the back line up with those 2 on the front. So we're going to go through that next white one, turn it around a bit. So now we're coming out of this white bead on the front, so you're going to go through these next 2 white beads on the back that are level with the ones in front. Now you're going to go through the next single bead on the front, turn it around a bit. So I'm coming out of this single one on the front, I'm going to go through the next group of 2 on the back. See how they line up with the ones on the front? So now I'm coming out of the back, I'm going to go through the next single bead on the front. And again through the next group of 2 on the back, which is these 2 white beads. Through the next single bead on the front, which is this black one. Through the next 2 group of 2 on the back, through the next single bead on the front piece, which is this black one, through the last 2 on the back piece, and back into that black single bead that we started from, and then give it a really good pull tight, and that will zip it all together. Now you've got this. Okay, so that's it finished, so I'm just going to quickly show you how I tie a knot. So my thread's coming out of this black bead here. You see this bridge of thread between the black and the white bead. I'm going to take my needle under that thread, if you can see that, the needle under the thread, pull it down until it makes a small loop, and then go through the loop 2 times, pull it down till you hear the knot, feel the knot tighten. So there's the knot, and then I'm going to move through a few beads, pull it tight, and the knot should pop inside one of those beads. So you want to go ahead and do that and tie as many knots as you want to, or if you're planning to make this into a charm or an earring, you could go ahead and add a loop and add your earring finding, and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, so that's our finished yin yang symbol, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was so highly requested, so I hope it was helpful to you all that were waiting to see this one. And this is what it looks like, the different colours. It's very cute. And this was my first attempt, and the pattern was a bit different and it wasn't quite right because the black kind of merged into one there, so I changed it a bit so that the dots were more visible. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and let me know if you make one and tag me in any pictures on Instagram at Beading by Hannah, and follow me over there to take part in any polls and votes that I do to decide what video to do next, and comment down below any other video ideas you'd like to see, and like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!